Nothing. The laws state that a player who removes his shirt after scoring a goal is cautioned for unsporting behaviour. There's no reason to penalise this player. He can wear 2 identical layers if he's cold, and he can take one off if that changes. You rejoin us for the Ref Show. Welcome back. My goodness me, aren't these half-time talks inspirational? Having Lawro in the studio, these half-time, you know, we're really up for it, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, got a rollicking or two there in the first half, but anyway, no, not to worry. Lawro, we'll let you eulogise, if you wish, over Liverpool.
Over Liverpool?
We'll let him eulogise over the referee, Neil Swarbrick, in this game.
They've got a real chance of winning the league, primarily because they've got a good side. It's always about players. As good as the manager is, I mean, he is very good. It's always about players. The way they interchange, you know, Coutinho, Firmino, Lallana, Sturridge, I missed somebody out, Mane, yeah. And then you've got Wijnaldum, who's done extremely well. Then you can feed Sturridge into that occasionally, Origi as well. They've got no Europe, which I think for Klopp it's unbelievable, because he can now, you know, at the start of the season they had triple training sessions on some days, and they're ready. Defensively, whether they're going to be good enough to really seriously push Manchester City, I'm not sure, but I think they're going to go very, very close.
Well, this was Liverpool 2, West Brom 1, which didn't tell the story of just how superbly Liverpool played and the quality of the goals and how it should have been wider, really. But behind every good game and every good performance, there's often a very good referee. Now, this was Neil Swarbrick. You know him,
I know him very, very well. Yeah, one of my best mates is his brother-in-law. And he gets lots of stick, don't worry about that.
But not on this occasion. No, now, you covered this game on RefCam.
Yeah, outstanding again. Now, I feel for Neil, because he doesn't get the games.
He doesn't.
And not only does he not get the games, other people who really don't deserve them do get them. I mean, what's he got to do? He's coasted through that game again. What I really like about Swabs is he doesn't go looking for the big one that doesn't exist.
No.
He doesn't want to be centre of attention. He does what every referee should do. He goes into town, he does the game, and he comes out and everybody goes, who was that then? Yeah. Nobody's talking about the referee. And that's what ultimately they should all be aiming for, but sadly a few of them don't. They want to be centre of attention.
You can talk to him.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. You can talk to him.
Well, you obviously do.
Yeah, he just listens. No, as a player you can talk to him, and you know, he'll give you an opinion.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Very good.
So it's a delight to talk in these terms about referees, and certainly there were a few good performances at the weekend.
And he's a Preston fan, I forgot to say, so he's definitely up there.
Okay, all right. We're unbiased on this programme. Well, mostly. Bobby Madley, this was West Ham and Sunderland, a mate of yours, David Moyes, okay, losing 1-0. He's having a terrible time of it at the minute, isn't he? And in the circumstances, particularly so, the anguish of a manager who's losing week after week and a very, very late goal from Winston Reid. There's more than one talking point in this game, but we'll come to the main one first of all. Offside or not offside? It's a shot through a crowded area. There is a player, a West Ham player, offside.
You can make a case for this, Alan. I would not have been surprised on either decision. I'm not sure I would have given it, but
you're not sure you'd have given the goal?
I'm not sure I'd have. I'm not sure. And that's really where we could all do with a little bit of clarification, I think, because, you know, kind of, I'm not sure. But you might stick 10 assistants in a room and 5 wouldn't. And we need some clarification on that.
Is he in the eye line of the goalkeeper or not?
And that's why I'm not sure. Was he in the eye line of the keeper? Was he just to the side of him?
What do you think, Mark?
Well, this just puts me back to the man on the halfway line watching the BT. Be decided in 5 seconds. End of.
But even Glenn suggested it would be longer than 5 seconds.
Well, but
Glenn's seen it several times, and he's still
Alan,
not sure.
as you know, would that affect the game? No. Would it affect the crowd? Well, yeah, it would affect the crowd, because they'd be waiting to see on the big screen exactly, you know, how you see the footage, and maybe even half of them say no and half of them say yeah. But I just think, why don't we do it?
You see it as part of the entertainment.
Well, it's part of the entertainment. It's a £1 billion industry.
Whether it takes 5 seconds or it takes 30 seconds,
doesn't matter.
We get the decision correct. Okay. That's the important thing.
And they've done that in the cricket. I mean, there's a world record number of reviews in Bangladesh versus England. But they get them right, and players don't mind.
Well, I must admit I'm a traditionalist, but I do get what you're saying, that it eventually becomes part of the entertainment.
It's coming.
And the spectacle.
It's coming, guys. Honestly.
There were a couple of incidents earlier in that game, also involving Winston Reid, who, for me, looking at it, he appeared to be fouled twice in the space of about 2 or 3 seconds, and neither of them was given. First was wrestling, and then he appeared to be fouled.
I mean, with the exception of Mike Dean, I think they've stopped giving these because it wasn't the only incident at the weekend that I saw with grappling and holding the penalty area again. We had that little burst, didn't we, early season, where people were stepping in and going, right, let's sort this out, lads. And now they seem to take the foot off the gas, except Dino.
Is that your impression too?
Yeah, but you know, I think there's a bit of irony here as well. If you look at Stoke, because it was at Stoke when Shawcross, I think was the original.
Yeah.
When Stoke were playing, it was against Man City.
It was, yeah.
Right, and so Mark Hughes after the game went, "We're going to have to defend differently."
Yeah.
Now, then they went on an unbelievably awful run, and now it's sort of gone a little bit. I'd like to. I've not seen Stoke defending too often, but I wonder if they're back to grappling again because they've started winning.
Yeah. Because nobody really knows where they stand with this, do they? Depends on who the
Alan,
referee is.
if you grabbed hold of somebody in the penalty area and stop him doing whatever, as in anywhere on the pitch, is that not a foul? What do you say to your kids?
Yes.
Oh, that's all right. Well, no, it's a foul, isn't it?
We had an interesting chat in here with Ian Dowie just recently, who said, look, as a manager, I use these, as a tool for when I was coaching them, these were part of the tool of defending. So he said, I think there's too many soft penalties for grappling. That was his argument. But a lot of us want it out of the game because it's a better spectacle. More goals.
Of course it is. And you're cheating, are you not?
Well, you could say that. When, as you say, anywhere else on the field, it's a foul.
But they're much easier to give on the halfway line than the penalty area.
Like most of the decisions.
Yeah. Well, Mike Dean's game, needless to say, there was no grappling. I've not even made a note beside it. Arsenal 0, Middlesbrough 0, apart from the
Another good Dino performance. Another one.
Okay. Paul Tierney, this was Swansea 0, Watford 0. Just got the one note that Watford, were they denied a penalty? Barami fouled by Norton. Looked tight to me. Not convinced.
No, I'm not convinced.
No.
I'm convinced. I'm surprised they actually both got in each other's penalty area. It was minging that game.
So much for the Premier League product. I mean, several goalless draws at the weekend. Hull 0, Stoke 2. Kevin Friend. Hull appealed for a penalty for handball. But no. So we're approving Kevin Friend, we're approving Paul Tierney and Mike Dean and many other referees over the weekend.
The refs had a good weekend. Yeah. Just Martin Atkinson will be a little bit.
The assistants let them down, I'm afraid, this weekend.
Isn't that normal?
It was when he was
depends when you're asking a referee.
He got it straight away.
Yeah. Meantime, somebody's been inducted into the National Football Museum Hall of Fame.
It's not me. Is it you, Alan?
Certainly not me, no.
Hall of Shame. As my son said, he came with me, Dad, you're in the Hall of Shame. I said, yeah, about right. Yeah. No, it's good. The only problem was, right, I should have been doing Barcelona versus Manchester City. And the National Football Museum, in their wisdom, in inverted commas, decided we'd have the induction on the Wednesday night when Barcelona were playing. Well, Champions League was on.
Yeah.
That was a good night.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. It's a nice honour.
Yeah. It certainly is. The rest of us can only dream and aspire, and I don't think there's not a great place for referees. Well, there is a place for referees, but it's not usually in the National Football Museum.
It's a very small room.
Do you know Manchester Cemetery is really close to the National Football Museum.
It's good that we can keep a sense of humour on it.
Yeah.
And Preston North End have had a bit of encouragement lately as well, your team.
We're on an unbelievable run. We looked at our fixtures for kind of middle of October, November. We're playing all the top teams, and we played 3 and got 7 points so far.
Just wish you could play the top teams every week, eh?
Yeah. Well,
I've got to say,
we've got Newcastle at home next Saturday, so I'll let you know at 5 to 5.
that might sort it out.
Yeah.
And just finally, it's almost like Christmas cheer in the studio this week. John Moss wasn't in the Premier League. I know there are critics of John Moss around, and one of them, arch critics, sitting here. But let it be recorded that he presided over the top game in League One. Bradford City 3, Sheffield United 3, and what a humdinger it was. So the referee must take some credit. When I suggested that on Twitter, naturally enough, I got both sides. Oh, but he did this and he didn't do that. But regardless, neither of the manager was talking.
The only issue I have is top game in League One. Chesterfield were home.
We don't.
Hey, by the way, did you see the crowd? It's over 20, wasn't it?
Over 20,000 at Valley Parade.
Fantastic.
So we say, well done, John Moss. We didn't have eyes on the game. but I didn't notice either manager talking about him. So let's hope it restores a bit of confidence, eh?
Maybe League One is the right place for John Moss.
Oh, I wasn't leading in that direction, but
Maybe.
You just give him that and then
yeah. Oh dear. I'm sure he will be back in the Premier League, and
sure.
like all of us, it's a confidence game, isn't it? Really.
Yep.
Mark, thank you very much, and to Glenn, and we'll see you for another Ref Show next week. I do hope. See you then. Bye.